You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Grok Radio. Today I'm here with my cohort, Capitiano.
Hi.
And Grok. And our guest today is Doumak.
Hello.
Hello, Doumak. Thank you. Welcome to the show. We have a lot of exciting things to talk about today. That's something that you start off every show, right? With, like, saying we have a lot of excitement shit, but then it turns out to be fucking, like nothing of any real value or interest. I don't even know why I said that.
You disappoint them up front. That way they know what's going on.
So, recently, like a long time ago, there was I won't say a big tournament, but there was a tournament with a sizable prize pool of $60. That's $10 for every person, or $20 for every person who won in the 3v3 Lucio Ball tournament that we had hosted here in the Moon Chord subcircuit. So, Poop Shotgun. What happened?
Okay.
Apple just wants to say that Poop Shotgun lost. That's
No.
Why you started off with that.
Let him go.
So here's the thing. We lost in the actual tournament. Okay?
Right.
That wasn't what killed Poop Shotgun. Poop Shotgun isn't dead. Okay. Pasta specifically, the person who initiated the start of the tournament, the person who sparked the flame for the tournament, the person who wanted it to go on to begin with, said that the only thing that mattered was the show match, which would be his team versus mine.
Right.
And
Pasta's Angels versus Poop Shotgun.
Right. We won the show match. So.
Well, first of all, that's not even fair because they had Dying Pie on their team.
That's his fault for picking up Pie.
No, Pie forced himself on there, held Pasta at gunpoint, and threatened his life to get onto Pasta's Angels.
Let me go into tournament news because he did an at everyone and he said, let's see, this is my formal request to have Pie join my cause. Does that sound like Pie held him at gunpoint?
I think he's got you.
Why the fuck else would he publicly say, I want Pie on my team, if he didn't have a gun on his head?
He's obviously unstable in the head, right?
He's obviously threatened.
Unstable because he challenged Poop Shotgun to begin with.
Poop Shotgun got fucking obliterated by literally every other team.
No, it's because the other bracket didn't matter. The only thing that we cared about was the show match, the thing that would preserve the meme, right?
First of all,
we were only pretending to be terrible.
I had no stakes in this, so don't pretend for a second that Pasta's team's victory or loss has any effect on me, or any validation on your victory as Poop Shotgun. First of all, Poop Shotgun is banned. That's still happening. This is a prohibition, alright? It's gone.
No.
You get arrested for doing that shit, alright? Fucking hyper banning. It's happening.
That is actually fake news. I won the show match fair and square.
Like I just said, I don't give a shit if you won or lost the fucking show match. Poop Shotgun is still lawfully banned.
I will continue to make Poop Shotgun
And I will continue to fucking ban you!
I have never been banned or kicked or muted. I am a good boy.
You are lying.
Never been banned.
That's actually fake news. That is the fakest news.
The fakest news.
Alright, so moving on with our first topic in the list that we have provided to us by Capitiano. Thank you again for doing that, my good man.
I didn't write shit this day.
That's fine. Well, you did, but we just didn't record it properly.
Oh yeah, I did write stuff. Hey, the Lucio Ball tournament. We want to talk about who won?
I forgot who won. That was prequel memes?
Prequel memes.
Yeah,
yes.
Prequel memes was a very dominant force. It is hard to beat a team with... I'm not even gonna fucking try to make like a joke or anything. They just fucking won. Congrats. Yeah, sweaty as fuck.
That's specific.
Dripping. Specific.
Hello?
The sweatiest man in the subcircuit. Easily. Just a pool, just a mass of fucking liquid. If I may take a second of what that reminds me of. My first day, or actually not my first day. My first day in like real life basic training, what I remember was being pushed across this massive sand pit. We had to run as fast as we could through sand, which was fucking impossible, by the way. But once you made it to the other end, you had to find your 2 duffel bags. Luckily, I was super lucky in finding both of mine relatively quickly, but then realized how unlucky I was in doing this, that I had to stand under the bay hall for like literally 20 minutes until everybody got all their shit. Because you had to wear a backpack, your duffel bag on your back, and you had to carry your laundry bag. Like, if you were to hold out, like imagine yourself doing a hug, but make sure your hands connect. Like, that's how big this fucking bag was. And you had to sit there and hold that bag for fucking ever. And it was so fucking hot. It was like 92 fucking degrees. And we had to go back upstairs and go back downstairs and go upstairs and go back downstairs. And then once we finally dropped off our shit and went back downstairs, I looked down at our fucking spots and they were just pools of fucking sweat. Unbelievable how much weight we lost in like 20 minutes. It was fucking insane. That's what Specific was doing during that whole game. He was so fucking sweaty. Anyway, Doumak.
Yes.
How'd you find out about Moon Moon?
Shit. I played Roadhog in the video game Overwatch.
Okay.
And then I went on Twitch and I saw this guy who played Roadhog in the video game Overwatch. And he was pretty good. He was pretty funny. So I kind of kept watching, right? Uh-huh. And then I was followed for a while, and then Prime subs came out, and I was like, hey, that shit's free. So I went ahead and subbed with my free money. And then I joined the Discord.
All right. So how did you get into the sub circuit post vis-a-vis Mooncord?
I'm pretty sure I immediately joined the sub circuit whenever I joined Mooncord, but I was never active in it until I actually started playing in the tournaments. And that was like the beginning of this summer. Yeah. And yeah, I saw a bunch of people playing. Like, I usually watch the tournaments. I was like, hey, I know these guys, or like some of the guys. I was like, I could probably beat these guys up. I'm literally the best player in the video game. So I decided that I would play the video game competitively with these people. I got stomped.
As you do.
So,
yeah.
You know, it happens.
It happens, indeed.
It happens.
What are you doing now? In your what have you been doing lately, seeing as how Roadhog was rendered useless by Blizzard? What have you been playing? Have you still been playing Roadhog fruitlessly?
I've been playing a lot of Wine Game. I just whine on various Discord servers about how I wish Roadhog was better and how Blizzard can suck my dick for deleting my hero.
So you're doing the plat chat strat. So
you're saying
you're doing plat chat strat.
You're saying that you haven't adapted, that you just like straight up went with just like quitting and just complaining. Like,
I quit playing ranked. I mean, Roadhog getting completely shit on was part of it.
Yeah.
But also ranked right now
trash.
is actually so unbelievably ass that I can't like even I can enjoy playing other heroes in Overwatch. But I can't enjoy playing ranked.
Well, it's over now. New season up soon.
Yeah,
don't worry, Blizzard's gonna fix everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're really looking into fixing ranks at the moment.
This is a question
dude.
From Capitiano. If you would ask it, Cap.
What? Oh, the question where we.
That one.
So you become a meme, kind of. And on every time I tune into Moon stream, I see a clip of Doumak getting shit on. I remember there was one the other day where he wasn't even on the stream and he was getting trash talked. So what are your opinion of that?
I was in fucking bed.
So how do you feel about that, Doumak?
It feels bad, man. You know, honestly, chat used to spam my name and be like, PogChamp, Doumak, best Roadhog. Man, this guy's actually so sick, you know? Like, this guy's really good at the video game. And now it's just like...
the hard bully.
Yeah, the hard bully. It's like, you play a shit hero, you know, you're fucking washed up, streamer hates you, you piece of shit, garbage, Doumak in 2017, lol, you know, that type of shit.
Yeah. That's sad.
It's so fucking mean.
It feels bad.
That is really sad.
To like, yeah. That's terrible. So... yeah. I don't want to go on any further with our second topic, which is poop shotgun, because I think we've sort of think we're out of poop shotgun talk TBH.
I thought you banned it. I thought you banned it.
I did ban it. We're talking about it, but we're not posting it. You can talk about it. You can say poop shotgun. Like, if you post it, it's like banned. And I can do that because you're literally putting some dude's ass and his shit in the fucking chat. Don't do that.
Hey, I got banned for posting poop shotgun before it was even officially banned.
I think I did that.
Yeah.
Because it was a poop shotgun.
Like 3 times as well.
That's about the time that, you know, you like it was benign. You know, it was just a thing. A poop shotgun was a thing. Okay, that didn't really matter. It had very neutral towards the topic, but then you just kept fucking going.
Dude, it's a good meme. I don't know what to tell you.
Awful meme.
Hey, speaking of
tasteless,
memes,
tactless meme.
Speaking of memes, Mercy players. Am I right?
Right. So.
Okay. So I want to put it up front here. Watching the Mercy changes go live and then watching the reactions to it was probably the greatest moment in Overwatch history.
Yeah, actually, if I recall, in my own, how do I say this? Not my team, but my grandson team, I guess you could say. My, Colorwell 2.0. One of the Mercy main of that chat, of that team, of Colorwell 2.0, Starry, has been a little upset with regards to the Mercy changes. Understandably. She says it feels easier to her now. Wow, that idiot just died. Presses E. I think what it really does, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you do have to put in a little more thought into your actions. You I think Jeff said it best when he said that he didn't like the fact that players were told that, you know, go on to the point and die. Go on to the point and die.
Well, it encourages two actions. It encourages the one action where everyone needs to die together on purpose. So you're encouraged to die, and then the Mercy player is encouraged to not play the game.
Yeah, she gets ult and
they get punished. They play the game because if they die with res, they're not doing their job.
Yeah, and that doesn't feel right. Because like whenever I remember earlier when I was playing Mercy, season 2, season 3, something like that, just in a casual game, people were a little upset at me because I wasn't doing Mercy right, and I figured I'm healing my boys, I'm giving them, you know, damage boosts, and if somebody dies, I heal them to make sure that we're at full strength all the time so that we can keep going. But they were just hanging onto their ults, onto this and that, and I'm like, why are you guys doing that? And they said because if we all die and you come in and res us, we have more ults than they do, and they have to burn their ults just to get to the objective. And that feels like really fucking shitty to try and fight that, because you're forced to burn ults to make sure that you guarantee kills on a defensive point, because it's, you know, they're entrenched. And if they're as good as you are, they're not going down without a fight. So you run in, you fuck them up, put them down onto the ground, you use your ults, and you finally get to take the point with a little bit of time to spare. Psych, actually, my name's Mercy, I can press Q and also be fucking invincible while doing it. And they're back up to full 6, and they have their ults ready. They don't have to burn it. You're not incentivized to burn ults to save the point to protect the team because you're guaranteed that Mercy res. And that is a shitty way to play the game.
Yes.
Yep.
It's shitty. It's unhealthy for a competitive game, and it's easy as fuck on top of that, because it's crazy easy to die in the video game because the other people are trying to kill you, and it's super easy to not play the game because all you have to do is nothing, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
So all these people who are you know, human vegetables, horrible at the game, you know, they're gonna go ahead and be like, oh man, this hero right here, I literally get to do nothing, and I can be an excellent Mercy player. Right?
What do you think about her fucking amazing ult where she goes for 20 seconds literally anywhere in the map to the skybox? It's so fucking like out of nowhere. It seems so out of place.
It's very, very lazy, but it's also
you tell me that
it's so lazy. It's literally, hey, here's your ult. You're better at everything. Have fun.
They're like, it's a get out of jail free card basically. Like if you go to a location, if your fucking like placement is bad, like if you have like bad like a bad situation in front of you, and you just didn't fucking have good. What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
Well,
like where you are in regards to the fucking bad guys. Yeah, positioning. So yeah, if you get punished for bad positioning, press Q and you get out of there free.
The thing about the Mercy is that as a core designed hero, you're always out of position because you have to be within range to heal your teammates. And if you're playing a healer, you're usually farther back.
Well, I'm saying, what if you accidentally press shift on somebody that you didn't mean to, or they're a little bit too far into the fight, and maybe you press shift too soon or too late, and you locked onto somebody who's a little bit too far out there, and they run away, but your trajectory is still going. You know, your inertia is forcing you towards the bad guys who are chasing the player who ran away, and you're like, oh fuck, you know, there's three guys.
You're a bad Mercy at that point.
Well, it could have been like an accident. Like maybe you just want to go somebody who was closer to you, and they jumped out of the. Listen to me, you fucking prick! As I was saying, like, say you looking up to like high ground, and there's like a diva up there, and you're trying to ignore that diva because below the diva is a soldier who's about to go inside of a hallway or like a house and block your line of sight. So you press shift. But right as you do that, he disappears, and it auto-locks you to fucking diva, and you fly up into her instead of fucking soldier or some shit. There's scenarios like that could happen reasonably.
So you're saying it's like a Winston type ult, you know? You get low HP, and you're not necessarily planning on using your ult, but you're like, oh fuck, I better.
Yeah, it's a safe house like thing. I could see that. She presses Q and she can stall. Having her as another stall character could be pretty interesting. She gets, for 20 seconds, she has a Cassius staff or some shit, where her healing and damage boost now affects, like, 3 teammates, so if she needs to, like, suddenly heal a bunch of people at once, she can do that, or be just basically a shittier version of Orisa's ult. There's also her blaster, where she has infinite fucking ammo, and increased damage and fire rate, so she has, like, a little fucking pocket pistol that can, you know, do a little bit of damage.
It's overpowered.
She also has fucking increased range and movement speed, and resurrection cooldown is instantly reset. So if that happens, or it's activated and reduced to 10 seconds after the initial cast. So really, if you wanted to just do anything, you could press E, press Q, press E again, and you could basically get up 3 players, right? That's the idea?
I mean, you get 2 instantly, and then in 10 seconds you get a 3rd one.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like you can get half your team up pretty quickly, but it's a little risky doing that. You know, like you only would do that if you know they have ults that can save them. But I think that really does force you into a higher thought process. Like Mercy actually would be necessary and like actually put in some thought into like a comp.
So the thing is, it's not straightforward how to use the ult. So which means instantly Mercy gets a higher skill cap because you know how to use res. Your teammates die, you press Q. But if you're playing this one, it's gonna be, well, I could use it when I'm getting attacked. I could use it offensively. I could use it to go snipe people because it's fucking broken. And it just instantly gives her a higher skill cap because there's more things to do with it other than press Q.
With the list of options, you know, there's obviously going to be one set of options that are just going to be naturally better, and once players figure out what that is, then that's going to be the new Mercy meta if you decide to play Mercy, and I feel like people are going to figure that out pretty quickly. Not the Mercy mains though, but like the actually good support mains.
Actual good supports, yeah.
People who play Mercy are going to tank because not only is Mercy getting a higher skill cap, but they fixed Mercy SR gains so that they no longer get like 40 SR a game, So
do you think that is possible? Are you telling me that all these, like Eevee, will drop down to fucking plat? Do you think that's possible?
Yes.
So I think. Well, what was that one Mercy player that couldn't aim and then died to the bronze Mercy? Okay, they're going the bronze. They're going the bronze. I think maybe a Mercy like Aspen might be able to stay afloat, but it's definitely going to take more skill or more thinking, which is going to be a test for most Mercy players, Mercy one-tricks.
Swish had a comment where he said that they'll just turn into Lucio bots, because that's the next easiest thing.
Exactly.
But Lucio isn't even that easy anymore.
Well, I mean, it's the next easiest hero to play.
Yeah, I mean, like, you don't even have to wall ride that good. Just, you know, get under the point. Like, literally, that could get you to Diamond, easily. Just playing Lucio.
I agree, Lucio is not easy to play, but... Okay, he's not easy to play well.
He's easy to pick up, hard to master.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can be, I don't know, you can be a fucking super good Lucio and be really skilled, like wall riding and shit, and like boosting your team in the right spots and fucking dodging and shit, like 80 AD spam. Or you could just be the fucking guy who's just, going through all the motions, using, the fucking, just the bare minimum, ult when you need to, speed boost when you need to, heal when you need to, that is just the basic stuff. And you don't really have to put any thought into it, because as long as you're around your teammates and you have the timing right, you're doing your job.
Yeah.
Lucio's going to be the easiest hero to play now. That Mercy is bad, and D.Va... Mercy is going to be harder to play, and D.Va is going to be non-Matrix bot, so it requires everyone else.
But the
Lucio
thing is that...
still be the easiest player to Lucio.
D.Va's nerf, the reason that they added in the little micro missiles is because of Overwatch's, or what Jeff Kappa said. He said that, you have to give them a buff and a nerf. If you're going to nerf somebody, you have to give them something... Yeah, or they're like, we're gonna reduce Roadhog, but we're gonna make his fire rate faster and give him more ammo. So it's like, okay, those are 2 buffs, but what about his damage? We removed it from the game. Oh shit, where'd his damage go? It's in fucking space. I don't know, but giving D.Va the ability to have little micro missiles is pretty fucking neat. Where they're like a little bit of a kind of like a slow-moving soldier rocket, in the sense of damage, I guess. But her defense matrix being reduced to half basically means that she might want to focus only on stopping ults or catching the first half of a soldier ult, or really it's just going to be ult denial more than just protecting or just stopping any damage to the barrier. So D.Va's right click will have to be a little bit more restrained, a little bit more thought put into it, which I think is excellent, because D.Va literally fucking cancels soldier ult. If you play soldier, the most basic and simple hero, and your opponents have a D.Va, you will never be able to ult. Just never do it, because you have to fucking tell your team, you have to tell your team, kill a D.Va, and if they can't, you can't ult. You just can't. Not allowed to have fun.
So I think D.Va used to be more of a dive hero like Winston, so you would have to go disrupt the backline. And then they made her Matrix bot. Yeah. And then now she's going to be a backline harassing tank like Winston again. So more dive XD.
Yeah. So the developer comments say that D.Va's defense matrix uptime has proven to be too strong, but simply reducing it without making other changes would make her too weak. Like I said, they believe in the philosophy of, like, if you're going to nerf something, you need to buff it, because nerfs feel twice as bad, and a buff feels only 0.5 good, like 1.5 times good. Like that's not a bad way to look at it. I mean, that's just how players feel about it, and I believe there's a lot of truth in that. Reinhardt, his barrier thing to where if you are holding primary fire while your shield is active, you can rotate the camera. Problem is, if you look behind you, you move that way. I wanted it to be like in Arma or in PUBG, where you hold the left ult and you can look around while keeping your momentum, keeping your movement forward. I wanted it to be like that, but instead they have to fucking be retarded about it and not know what they're doing.
Korn hates it. That's all they need to know.
God Korn has spoken. He hates it.
God Korn has spoken. He doesn't like it. He says it's useless and disorienting.
Yeah. So the nature.
It's an interesting idea, but I'm mostly excited about my reset changes, dude.
There was a Reddit comment saying that there were 50 billion DPS but 0 tanks. Orisa, nobody plays her.
Dude, I play her.
Stop!
No, Arisa's good now. She's so good. The fucking barrier is so big. It's so big.
We'll talk about big things.
Her projectile speed is actually insane, though. You can actually predictively shoot people instead of acting like old Lucio, which was useless. I think they're really good changes, because Orisa basically, if you're playing anything but dive on maps like Sanctum or Orisa just kills people instantly. Nothing you can do about it.
I'm gonna take a second here to give a congratulatory comment to a friend of mine. A Bag of Vicodin is his name on the internet. That's his handle. He recently played Overwatch, and I made him a bet that he could not. He's a gold player. About halfway through the current season, I told him there is no way that you can go from gold to GM. There's no way. And he was like, all right, I'll take that bet. And I told him I bet $3,500 that he couldn't get to GM. With only 20 hours remaining in the season, tonight, is August 27th, the day after my sister's wedding, 2017. Within a month and a half, he managed to go from gold to grandmaster. He's currently 4,008. He did not
actually insane.
He did not play Mercy. He did not play with other people. He was not queued up with other people. The only buddies that he has on his list are like within the gold plat range, one or two diamonds. So he did it fair and square, to my knowledge, and I trust him as such. I don't think he'd like bullshit me. But very impressive to that man, and I told him that I would give him the money slowly, because I can't just give him $35K out of my bank because people will be asking questions. So I told him that I'll give him $5 a month for the next 16 years. I actually didn't. I didn't do the math. I hope that's right.
$5 a month for the next 16 years.
Yeah, as in I'm gonna sub to him for like ever, I guess. So, Doumak.
Yeah.
Do you give a shit about the merger that we're doing currently, or that we will be doing with the Subcircuit and Mooncord?
No, I like it. I want it to happen soon, because right now I feel like Subcircuit is kind of dead. I feel like I'd like those people to talk in Mooncord, so it's not just me and a couple other Subcircuit people in there, you know?
Well, there is a very clear divide.
There is.
Which Moon doesn't want there to be one. But,
yeah, exactly.
And then he also contradicts himself when he says that we're gonna get our own chats, like we're gonna get our own anime chat, we're gonna get our own general chat.
It's good for that sort of separation. In a sense, instead of there being two separate buildings, you know, just as an analogy, it's one building. It's just a long hallway in between the two. It's a lot easier. The thing is that it's easier to come into the Subcircuit once the merge happens. People can just click on a button and just like, oh, I'm here now. And they can communicate and chat and talk to people a lot easier. You don't have to go through the process of going into unverified and being verified. I think it's a lot of people have a lot of hesitation when it comes to that sort of idea. We also don't have to worry about the fact that people may or may not be subscribed to Moon, which was a big issue, big hot button issue, which is understandable. Moon is well in his rights, I believe, to sort of make that his prerogative, to say that, you know, if you're going to be participating in this, you need to be able to be proven that you are in fact a Moon sub, because this is the subscriber Moon thing, and he puts not 6Gs, but $600 in the pot every month for these players, for this sort of tournament thing. So I think he's justified in that, and that alone should be more than enough of a reason for him to merge the Subcircuit into the Mooncord. What I think is going to be most difficult is definitely removing that sort of divide between the players, because a lot of Subcircuit guys BM the fuck whenever they're in like gen chat of Mooncord, like they just fuck around.
It's never gonna go away.
I think that it'll slowly move away. We always have a rotation of players coming in and out of Mooncord. That being said, we have, I won't say stale, but we have, you know, the usual suspects in the Subcircuit Discord. A lot of the players who, like, go into tournaments don't even talk in gen chat. Like, a lot of, you know, familiar names. They don't go out of their way to type in general chat. They might be in some other chat, or they might be in Mooncord, or maybe they just only type in their own Discord, which is fine. But the thing is that I think that divide will slowly be eroded away with time, as we get more players coming in and out who just don't give a shit that they're in separate sections of the same Discord. Plus, we get a bigger audience. We get the opportunity to tell basically everybody, instead of having to do it both in the Subcircuit and the Mooncord. So it gives us greater flexibility with that.
I want more people for the dab. I want to stream longer.
Yeah, I think we will have a considerable boost in that. I don't know if I want to do draft teams.
Never draft teams. Easy. End of story.
Draft teams have been our biggest boom in player satisfaction, I'll say, in having players come into the tournament. We were really stagnant with only 8 teams at one point for the Open. And at some point after that, it was only 6 teams. And it was like, okay, we got to change something. And it was about that time that I think Raksu mentioned that there was this thing called Battlefy, and it has, and I looked at the list of features that Battlefy had, and I'm like, fair, this is fucking amazing. This has literally everything good. It's just down to whether or not the players will actually fulfill on their promises, which they don't. A lot of times they don't, but the ones that do manage to make a team, they actually stick around, and some have formed teams and have gone on to do cool shit. And it was around that time that we got more players in the looking for teams chat. We got more players for the documents. Just overall, just more players. And I think that's always a good thing, to have more people interested in wanting to play in the tournament. It creates greater competition, and more people are talking about it. But we have to keep that going. We have to keep, that shit rotating. Doumak, what's your favorite candy?
Shit, dude.
Shit? It's shit? All right,
no, I don't like. No.
He's poop shotgun.
Yeah, I get it.
I've actually, fun fact, I've literally never eaten shit of any kind.
Yeah.
But my favorite candy is the Sour Patch Kids, but the watermelon kind.
The watermelons?
That's
Are
actually rather respectable. I was gonna make a joke about how that's poop, but actually watermelons.
It's good. I like it.
They're pretty good.
I'm not a huge fan of candy or chocolate, but I love the watermelons.
Yeah, watermelons. I haven't had candy in a long while. I think I had cake for the first time in a few months yesterday.
It's probably for the best, Apple.
Yeah, it is, because I'm always on a diet of, like, fucking kale, but it's nice to fucking, like, not do that for a while. Like, it's really nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna have, what I call shotgun questions, not related to poop shotgun. And anyway, we're gonna do rapid-fire questions about our boy Doumak. It's gonna be a micro-interview. Hey, Doumak.
Yeah.
Do you like playing Overwatch?
It's complicated.
That's fair.
Have you enjoyed yourself on the podcast so far?
Yes.
Do you have a team?
No.
If you did have a team, what position do you think you'd play?
Roadhog only.
He's looking for Roadhog buffs on the looking for team sheet.
It's true.
That is his status.
I said, in the event that Roadhog is not deleted from the game, I'll be, I'd be glad to be on a team.
Dude, I wish Roadhog was good.
What's your favorite color?
I don't really have a favorite color.
That's the wrong answer.
I'm partial to orange.
Can I get a hint?
Starts with a G. This should
trying
be.
to think of another color besides green.
We'll go on.
Are there any other colors?
This is a fucking challenge right now. What color?
Fucking
Colors.
Gold. What the fuck? I couldn't think of gold.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Gold, gray, dude. I'm actually so stupid.
Dude, it's okay. So am I. Okay, so am I.
Why wasn't I think? I thought the same thing, but I really like green. So I mean, it's
golden poppy, gold foil,
copper, crimson.
Copper. Do you like
grape?
copper?
Grape is a color.
Copper, crimson. That doesn't start with a green.
Like
that
Roadhog.
doesn't start with G.
Isn't Roadhog's color copper?
Dude, I just went to Wikipedia
yeah, it's
G
kind of like
through
a
M.
poop brown.
A poop brown? That's your
Yeah.
favorite color? Oh man. Do you drink any beer?
No, I think it's gross.
You don't drink it for the taste, my friend. A Lamau.
I don't like eating trash, or drinking trash in this case.
Yeah, I'd like to see you fucking eat a fucking beer can.
Dude, I'll eat a beer can. Give me $35,000.
Yeah.
Something that I do like to drink though.
I'm done making bets.
Yoo-hoo, the best beverage in the world.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo, like if you don't like Yoo-hoo,
I've never had.
You're not an actual human.
I wouldn't
I've never
say it's.
had it.
I wouldn't say it's the best, especially since it has like fucking, cornstarch and shit.
I mean,
Corn
it's okay.
syrup.
Cornstarch?
But
Corn syrup.
Cornstarch.
I'd say like, one of my favorite drinks is, and I get it all the time. It's fucking coconut water.
oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Not,
like-
you're not talking about like coconut milk. That's not the same thing, right?
No, not coconut milk, but
Coconut milk is
water.
actually is fucking gross.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not particularly partial to it. Now there are two types. There's the organic 100% like raw coconut is what it's called, raw coconut water. That's like fucking $6.50 per bottle. It's a little fucking insane, but it's like the rawest, most natural type of way that you can possibly get it. But it has it has fewer sugars than most coconut water. I would say that the best possible brand, or at least my favorite brand, I'll say, like the best flavor would have to be the I think Naked has a brand, but I think the real coconut water pulp, the Taste Nirvana version of real coconut, is so fucking delicious, dude. I have like 6 cases just sitting in my fucking house. It's so fucking amazing. I go fucking insane for that excellent fucking dope ass coconut water, and I think everybody should get it. Today's episode sponsored by coconut water. Get some.
Wow. Fake sponsors.
Fake sponsors.
Moving up in the world.
Dude, we had Wendy's last week.
Yeah,
That was
that's
good.
right. It was fuck. I forgot.
Last week. Was
Yeah.
it even a week ago?
It was like 2 weeks ago, I think. Both of
Oh,
those
this
weekends,
is
I was
pretty
pretty
neat.
busy. I was working extra hours.
Rip, dude.
My buddy Vicodin keeps posting his fucking rank.
It was like BM.
It's pretty fucking BM. He said he can't rub it into my face today because he's so exhausted. He said he's been playing the game since like 5:30 this morning.
That's insane.
But he
That's
did it,
actually
man.
insane.
He proved me wrong.
Anyone can get to GM. That proves to you that Elo Hell does not exist.
Wrong.
Yeah. What do you mean? Listen, Roadhog.
No, do you want to know what it proves?
What?
It proves that it is a video game for casuals. It is a
It is
video
a-
game
it is
for
a-
children. It is made to be easy. It is made to be fun, and it is made so that people feel good.
A baby game.
A baby game.
Baby.
God forbid you would play a competitive game where losing and feeling shit is part of the deal, right?
Yeah,
God forbid you feel bad because you lose rank or lose because you suck.
Do you think that somebody, say like Gold Nova 3, could make it to like LE within a month and a half?
I mean, it depends, honestly. Like, if this person, like, fucking, if he's playing on, like, a laptop trackpad, and he's playing,
no.
like...
Let's say that it's like he has like a Razer Death Adder, a nice mouse pad, a good mechanical keyboard, and a 120
He's
hertz
got-
refresh rate monitor.
Okay, so he's got the good shit.
So
And
he's got a good setup, but he's not new to first person shooters, but he doesn't really go out of his way to be serious. And this is like his first time taking the game 100% serious. And he has a month and a half to try and get to like double AK or some shit,
I'd say no. I don't think so. I'd say, like, if you are actually grinding and trying, it's gonna take a lot more than a month and a half or whatever time to actually get up there, because CS is like there's a lot of things that you have to do on your part to like polish up and practice and sharpen, like aim, reflexes, map knowledge, game sense. There's a lot that goes into the game, and it requires work on your part, whereas Overwatch, you can just play ranked and if you just spam ranked, you'll eventually get to GM. if you're trying to win.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Tell that to my dude who's stuck in gold.
If you're stuck in gold, you're shit.
Wow. Well, here's the thing that I think that like gold and plat players typically can't get out. It's probably, I say that like what you want to do is remove any limiting factors, right? And what I mean by that is, like, make sure that you have enough time throughout the day to play the game, first of all. Make sure that you have a good mouse and mouse pad, a good keyboard, and a nice setup, with plenty of room to maneuver and move around in a nice, comfortable environment, with, like, a good chair and a good monitor. My buddy Matt made it to, like, basically GM, and he only has a 60 hertz monitor. He's just really fucking good at the game and has insane game sense.
you talked to Grok.
Yeah, Grok has a fucking shit computer. I mean, could you imagine if he had,
It's like no frames, dude. I watch him.
If he could just get a stable 144, with a 144 hertz monitor, proper setup, I mean, he's already hit, like, top 500 several times.
He's top 500 this season.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, the dude would actually be, like, professional, easily. Like, he's already playing with Siegel, you know? He's already there.
Playing with Siegel.
But, like, if you were to take
Everyone
a gold
plays
player,
with Siegel.
if you were to take a gold player, give them a lot of time, and, you know, the proper equipment, no limiting factors of, like, having a shitty computer, then I think that alone would push them forward into probably hitting Diamond or Masters. Then at that point, it's just a matter of developing your game sense and aim.
Yep. Just a lot of tiny, like, little tech things. And
Yeah.
Just
I bought my way to GM.
polishing up your game.
Yeah. Bought your way to GM?
Yeah. I have a 165 hertz monitor and a mouse.
What are you fucking doing? 165, that's insane. You're literally playing an extreme amount of money for, like, a 5% increase in
It's so worth it.
Alright, man, if you say so. I will be getting
I mostly paid for G-Sync, TBH.
I will be getting something like Light Boost or G-Sync pretty soon. I'm thinking I'll get one Monday, like, just order one, because my 120 right now probably has, like, 5 or 10 milliseconds of, like, I'd say, like, 5 milliseconds of fucking response time, which just isn't good enough, and, like, 3 dead pixels, so I'm just gonna turn this into, like, my second monitor.
Rip, dude. Yeah,
this one's just not gonna deal with, I just can't deal with it.
fair warning, I've switched to G-Sync, and as soon as I go above the refresh rate, it's like to try and increase my responsive time. I can't play the game because it doesn't look as good as it does with G-Sync. So,
what about Light Boost? Do you know anything about that?
Light Boost, is that AMD?
That's what the fuck? No, it's like a different. It's like I guess Asus or Acer's version of fucking their own version of fucking V-Sync, G-Boost, what the fuck ever.
I've never heard of it. Light
Boost was the original version of, like, removing motion blur and shit like that from the monitor and, like, improving TN panels, basically. But anyhow, with regards to our sub-circuit and our own little tournament news, Biscuits recently had a birthday, as well as Echo. Both those lads had a birthday recently. So congratulations on those two guys for living for another 365 days without being the dead. Congrats, well done. It has also come to everyone's attention, I think, that Never Lucky has disbanded.
Yeah.
It is a genuine shame that, you know, the OG team that I was in my design, I'll say, and they went their own way and did me so fucking proud. Well done to them for making it to the top more than once and being considered the most dominant team for several tournaments in a row. And it's a shame to see them split apart as they do. But it's been fun to have them along. So a huge congratulatory to the lads who played for, with, and against Never Lucky to get that experience to, you know, have a team so challenging as them. With their latest roster of Avalac, Crazy Coffee, Robocat, Murder.exe, formerly, I think, Meme-tastic, Tex, Badger, even Pasta, and a few other lads that I might be forgetting, and their team captain, Trade. So, farewells to the team, but I hope the lads all get to still play within the tournament.
I think some of them are done with the game.
I can definitely see that. I think they really did burn themselves out. Maybe. I mean, that's just hearsay. That's just my assumption. But yeah,
they played way too much.
They scrimmed like every fucking day like a pro team, and I'm sure at some point, even though they were at the top, I mean, I don't see why else they would fucking, like, stop getting a fucking paycheck of, like, $100 a month easy. But I suppose it is what it is. In other news, with regards to our sub-circuit, we will be having another Diamond and Below tournament next month. There is no set time or date just yet, but that is a thing that will be happening. We will be furthering the Diamond and Below tournament. There was a small controversy regarding somebody claiming that they were going to be playing in the Overwatch tournament, and they were originally Masters, and they were going to, like, Smurf. And it was just a big fat meme, and somebody screenshotted that, sent it to the mods, and the mods were like, alright, let's fucking ban this clown.
Biscuits went trigger happy.
Well, a little trigger happy.
And got a raging hard on from it.
The man who was banned contacted me and was like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. It was just a fat memerino. And I was like, okay. I looked all over the tournament in the Battlefy.com system to where it shows me all the activity, people joining and leaving. I didn't see him. We had the names of his main and his alt. Neither of those were listed on there. Nobody with Sam. Nor did we have any information of what team he would join. Maybe Pyro's. But Pyro's team already had the maximum capacity of players, so Sam couldn't fit in there. So that person, that player Sam, was reinvited.
Drops. Hello.
Yeah. It's already out there in the open, but I will say that in the future we will be more discreet about it, and we won't talk about it in the general chat. To my knowledge, I think Biscuits did not give out an apology. Not that I think he's the type to do so. Biscuits is the... I mean, I'm a trigger-happy fool, too, and I'll never fucking apologize, so I won't ask him to do that. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I won't stop him. He's a deputy admin, after all.
So is Dongles. He doesn't do any modding.
Dongles does everything Stream Team, along with Snow Hobo. Those two lads have done exceptional work in the prior tournaments. What did you guys think of the casting that I performed for the Lucio Ball tournament?
Apple, we're gonna have to revise the rules because at this point we just give it up on not swearing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck anymore. I mean, that's
what?
That's just
we were initially,
yeah.
We wanted to run the Stream Team PG. Is the idea all along, I think.
Well, here's the thing. The way how Dongles put it to me, and before, I don't even think it was Dongles. I think it was Wraith is his name, not fucking Raxu the streamer, but Wraith. Had basically set up a thing where he was like, and this is just hearsay for me, but he said that Moon wanted the possibility of getting sponsors onto those streams. Onto the streams that we cast. The thing is, they don't get big enough. We only get, like, the max that we've had so far is like 300, 500 viewers, maybe.
Right. We've gotten 300 viewers? Where?
We got 300 viewers last open. Or I'm sorry, the open before that, whenever we had like 2 or 3 stream teams going up at once. And nice. we had like some 300 viewers. It was good. And recently those numbers have been reduced. And we've been doing this sort of thing for like a year now. And that entire time, Moon hasn't mentioned it. He hasn't said that he's gathering sponsors or in the talks with anyone with regards to that. So the way I see it, if Moon is going to cast it while cursing and being free to say whatever he wants, then I will hold myself to the same standard as the man that I consider my boss within this little organization.
That makes perfect sense. TBH,
if we get sponsors, or if Moon says we really do want to go for that sort of like PG sponsor-friendly thing, then he'll have to likely do the same to his own stream, which I don't think is going to happen. Here's my logic behind it. Because the stream team and their streams are subsections of Moon, it makes sense.
The Moon brand.
Yeah. If it's going to be the Moon brand, and Moon curses a lot in his main stream, which gets his main calling of viewers, and if he gets any sponsors, they're going to be for Moon first, and the stream second. You know,
I actually think that's not correct. I think because he has too much money, and he said this multiple times that he doesn't need more money, and that streams. That's why he doesn't run ads. He doesn't run sponsored deals or anything. He just plays games that he feels like.
Well, if that's the case, then we literally have no reason to not curse on
stream. I don't. Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
The idea, like that was first told to me, very early when I was a new mod, about the time that me and Eka became mods, and I started casting with Snow, just for fun. But like it was still during. It was shortly thereafter that I was no longer a member of Color Wheel. And shortly thereafter, Color Wheel bit the bullet. Rest in pepperonis.
Rip.
But anyhow, we've gone on a little too long, so we're going to cut it off here. Thank you for joining us, Grok. Always a pleasure. Cappuccino, thank you for writing our topics and keeping us on track.
No problem.
And thank you, Doumak, for being our special guest here on Grok Rock Radio.
Haha, yes.
Thank you for joining us on today, August the 27th, 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed your time, and we'll catch you next time.